Why certain people trigger you more than others. EQ for real life. Not everyone triggers you. Some people can say almost anything, and you stay calm. Others say very little, and something inside you tightens immediately. This video isn't about labeling people as toxic or difficult. It's about understanding why certain people get under your skin more than others, and why that reaction is rarely random. Triggers are selective. If reactions were just about behavior, everyone would trigger you equally, but they don't. The same comment from one person feels harmless. From another, it feels personal. That tells us something important. The trigger isn't just what was said, it's who said it and what they represent. What a trigger really is. A trigger isn't anger, it isn't a weakness, it isn't immaturity. A trigger is a sensitive point where something important feels exposed. Respect, competence, control, belonging. When someone touches one of those, intentionally or not, a reaction appears quickly. Not because you chose it, but because something inside you recognized a threat. Why certain people hit harder. Some people resemble past authority figures, people who dismissed you, people you had to earn approval from, people who made you feel small. They don't have to be those people, they only have to feel familiar. Your system reacts before you consciously realize why. The role of unfinished business. Triggers often point to something unresolved. Not something dramatic. Not trauma talk. Just unfinished emotional patterns. Moments where you didn't speak up. You adapted to stay accepted. You learned to stay quiet to keep the peace. When someone mirrors that dynamic, reaction returns automatically. Why awareness matters more than control. Trying to not be triggered rarely works. Understanding the trigger does. The moment you can say, this reaction isn't about this moment alone. The intensity drops. Not because the emotion disappears, but because context arrives. And context slows reaction. A different question to ask. Instead of asking, why does this person annoy me so much? Try asking, what does this person activate in me? That question shifts attention inward, without blame. It turns reaction into information. The quiet power of recognition. Once you recognize a trigger, you don't have to act on it immediately. You don't have to explain yourself. You don't have to correct them. You don't have to defend. You gain the option to respond later, or not at all. And that's where calm lives. In closing, certain people trigger you more than others because they touch something important. Not because you're weak. Not because you're broken. But because your system learned what mattered and learned it early. Emotional intelligence isn't about eliminating triggers. It's about recognizing them early enough to decide what they deserve from you. Thanks for watching. EQ for real life.